Hi everyone. Today we are making Dad's caramels and powdered sugar nutballs. This recipe was my dad's. This recipe was my mom's recipe. And so it's holiday cookie making time and there are parties to go to. So we're gonna start with the caramels and the powdered sugar nutballs. As you can see, I have some things already measured out. So for the caramels, it calls for 1 cup of butter, 1 pound of brown sugar, which is 2 1/4 cups of brown sugar. So I've got the butter, got the brown sugar, and a dash of salt, and let's see, a 15-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk. Do not substitute for evaporated milk because it's not the same. And then you need a teaspoon of vanilla. So first, we're supposed to start melting the butter into our heavy bottom saucepan. Okay, so this process, once we get everything into the pan and it's working its way, it's going to take about 40 minutes or so. So I'm going to take you with me, but here we go. But the thing about the caramels is that once you get them made, you pour them onto a buttered pan and it flattens out. And then they have to cool off and harden up. And then you cut them all apart into small little pieces and wrap them in saran wrap. Ho, ho, hoing. And then here we have our stuff for our powdered sugar nut balls. Okay, let's see what that all entails. This one's so much more easier. They're going to be baked. So it's a cup of butter, a 1/2 cup of powdered sugar, a 1/3 teaspoon of salt, 2 1/4 cups of flour, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, and 1 cup of finely chopped pecans. So I'm going to need to cut up the pecans and I need to get the flour. But when this is going, the caramel is cooling, we will start that process. We're going to put the butter, we're going to start. Okay, melt butter in a heavy buttered saucepan, add sugar and salt. Excellent. The next thing we're going to do is slowly add the sweetened condensed milk. And then we stir and stir and stir until it reaches firm ball stage. Let's see. Oh my goodness, I can't read. There's hard ball. Okay, well, so Alexa, what temperature is firm ball stage in candy making?
Here's what I found from answers.com. If you're using a candy thermometer, the soft ball stage is at about 235 degrees Fahrenheit.
Alexa, what is the firm ball stage?
The firm ball stage is a crucial point in the process of making candy. At this stage, the sugar syrup has reached a temperature of 245 degrees Fahrenheit to 250 degrees Fahrenheit, and if a small amount of the syrup is dropped into cold water, it will form a firm ball that does not flatten when removed from the water but remains malleable and flattens when squeezed.
Thank you, Alexa. Okay. Now we're going to start adding our condensed milk. Slowly. You see that beautiful stuff starting to mix in there? Now this is just 14 ounces, so I opened the other can because I'm going to get out another ounce because this stuff is what really makes it. Actually, it's all just really bad for you, but you know, monitor how much you eat because it's very, very, very addicting. Everybody I know loves this caramel the best of all the caramels that they've ever had. It's the best. Okay, let's get that other ounce here. So if you look at the can, it says 14 ounces. You know, kind of divide the can, divide that, and then take a little bit from that, and you get that ounce. Okay? I mean, I'm just kind of seeing it, but I'm going to say 2 tablespoons. Okay, excellent. Now we're just going to stir, stir, stir. Enjoy the process, and I'll show you throughout. Okay, everybody, just a little correction. It's powdered sugar nutballs, and the nuts are pecans. Okay, so this is the recipe. 1 cup of butter, ½ cup powdered sugar, 1/3 teaspoon of salt, 2 1/4 cups of flour, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, and 1 cup of finely chopped pecans. So I'm gonna grind up the pecans, and I'm gonna get the flour, and then we're gonna start putting it together. Okay, everybody, going for the flour. We need 2 1/4 cups. So I'm kind of a lazy baker. I eyeball things. And here's my quarter cup. So I'm supposed to add all of these ingredients and then mix. So here's our butter. Here's our other butter. Here is the powdered sugar. Okay, I know this. Okay, the vanilla. 1, 2. Now salt, I don't really like to overboard the salt, so we just do a little sprinkle. Perfect. Okay. Okay, everybody. So the recipe says that now we mix. So I just washed my hands and we're gonna mix it up. Oh yes. And then make up to 24 little balls. Excellent, almost there. Bring from the bottom. Okay, so these kind of fluff up when they cook. They're not a whole heck of a lot, but just a little bit. So they are very rich too. So the smaller sizes, it's not so bad. But just to kind of keep me on track, I'm gonna cut this wad in half. And then another half. And make 6 out of each of those little halves. Oh, okay, got the case here. We got this. We can make 6 out of this. Okay, let's put this here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Do that again. Cut it in half. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's nice. Goes so fast. Just push hard enough to get it to roll in your hand. Thank you, son.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna put this in the oven. Got the next tray ready. Getting on the gloves. Gonna pull out those pecans. Powdered sugar nutballs. Yes. Okay, look at that. Perfect. I need to okay. Tray 2. So these need to sit just a little bit, maybe just a couple minutes, and then we're going to roll them in powdered sugar. It's time to cut the caramels. I'm going to take you through the process. I'm going to lay out saran wrap and cut a lot of strips, and then I'm going to lay them on top of each other and cut them into smaller squares so that we can wrap the caramels after they've been cut. I'm going to do half of the tray for a party and the other half for us. So I got the saran wrap, made a bunch of layers, and then I cut them at a certain length, and then I took the scissors and cut them. And oh my gosh, they stuck together. So I don't know what else to do. So I've been pulling them apart, and now we're gonna wrap, and then I'm gonna do that again. Okay, it's the last of them. So this is what I do. I fold it up and fold each side over and then pull it down. So it's up, over, over, and down. Up, over, and down. So I figured out the thing with the saran wrap, you kind of have to twist it a little bit to separate it, and sometimes you can see one beneath the other, but it was a little time consuming, and I looked at the store because there was a time that they used to sell these little saran pieces already cut up so you could make for easy candy wrapping, but maybe that's a specialty store, but it was not at Safeway. No, not at Safeway. Thank you for watching, everybody. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. And thank you for loving Christmas candy as much as we do. Last one.